Hey McElroys. Hey brothers, how about this one? How about this for a question? I can't stop listening to your fucking D&D podcast. Want to give me some advice on that? How about that one? I've listened to the balance arc of the Adventure Zone 3 times in a row in the space of a month and a half. And I don't know what to do next. To be fair, but still very ridiculous, I did skip Petals to the Metal this last time. It's my least favorite, still great, not my fave. Listen, I am on my hands and knees here because I don't know what to do. Balance conjures these feelings in me that I don't get anywhere else. It makes me giddy. It makes me laugh out loud. It makes my breath catch. It makes me clutch my heart. Like, it makes my chest burn. Like, the words set fire to some pilot light inside me that's always waiting for a beautiful story. It makes me so happy. Through all of the difficult decisions the characters make, the things and people that they lose, pain that they go through, distrust, the confusion, fear, all of it pays off in the end in the most wonderful way. And knowing how it ends, knowing what each piece of the puzzle comes to mean, knowing how each disparate action ends up factoring into the bigger picture. Every single bit of nonsense and run-up in this long, long story is part of what makes it so special to me. It's worth noting that the real visceral feelings don't amp up for me until probably about the end of the 11th hour, and then they steadily calcify through the suffering game. So that's nearly 50 episodes, minus Petals to the Metal last time, that I willingly wade through to get to the parts that hit me the hardest. Why is it so easy to start back at Gerblins and hear all that bullshit when they didn't know what they were doing and thought that they were just making another weird little comedy podcast? The emotional payoff is unlike anything I've ever experienced. Can someone please explain to me why? Like, what is so special about the way balance unfolds, and why do so many other people share the exact same sentiment that I do? I'm constantly thinking about it and trying to figure this out, and these are the reasons I have come up with so far for me. Get ready for a lot of hyperbole. In the end, Balance is a story about stories. It's a story about the importance of telling stories, and as someone for whom storytelling is my biggest passion, it really gets me good. But it doesn't start out that way. Watching it grow from Gerblins to story and song is the most special transformation of a piece of creative work that I've ever witnessed. The genuine gradual surprise that I felt throughout my first listen brought a sort of joy I don't think I've ever really experienced before. When you consume something that's been suggested to you, you go into it thinking kind of like, yeah, this is probably gonna be pretty good. I went into Taz thinking, I'm sure this is great, but I don't think that I'm really gonna be that into it. But it kept my attention, and then it raised my eyebrows as Gerblins transformed into moonlighting. Then it kept me laughing through the Rockport Limited. Suddenly there was music. The production quality of Crystal Kingdom made me take a step back, and the structure of the 11th hour sent me reeling, and the brutality of Wonderland shook me. And then every bit of the story that tumbles out from that point just kind of like swirled around me like a big warm cloud of magic or something ridiculous like that. And that experience of that transformation is not limited to the listener. You hear the creators experience it in real time. This fosters an intimacy between the listener and the creator that I didn't know was possible. I live for the moments of silent realization followed by a kick-ass response, and the unexpectedly beautiful lines between all three players and the NPCs that they've come to form bonds with, and the cacophonous laughter when they all realize something that Griffin is setting down for them as it comes into focus word by word. To walk down the path of a story as it's being created moment to moment is the most immersive way I've ever been told a story. I know that there are millions of other actual play shows out there, but there is something addictive to me about the fact that the McElroys made this show. These guys that I knew purely as comedians, and watching them realize their story isn't just some throwaway big joke it was truly amazing. The unexpectedness of what Taz came to be, I think, is the biggest draw, and I'm constantly trying to get other people to listen without spoiling too much of that experience. I don't know how to tell them that they should listen because I think that listening without expectations is what makes it so magnetic. Yet I'm constantly singing its praises and therefore taking some of that away from the people that I want to listen. I am sure I will look back on this video at some point in the future and think about how crazy I sound and how deep I am going into this stupid podcast. But at this very moment, I am still on this bender that I thought was going to end weeks ago. I can can feel myself already preemptively refusing all solutions to this predicament. I don't want any suggestions on other podcasts to listen to. I don't want to read a book. I don't want to start a new TV show. I don't even want to listen to music. I just want balance. I am so hooked. I am addicted to these feelings, and I am extremely hesitant to move on from it. Though I know at some point I will. I thought I'd be ready to step away after I finished my second listen through, but I wasn't. I thought surely the third time would do it, but here I am still wanting to just jump back right into episode 1 and do it all again. So hey brothers, what do I do now? Because right now I feel myself at a track that can only lead to listening to Balance a 4th time, and that is nuts, and I don't want that, but deep down I totally want that. So hey brothers, what should I do now? Anyway, thanks for telling this beautiful story and shit, and I really love Amnesty, and it's kicking off great, and I am really excited for where it's going, yada yada yada, whatever, bye.